and today we are going to quiz Kaede about how much she knows about Islam after being friends with me. It's a windy here. Excuse me.
This is what happens when you film outside.
Assalamualaikum teman-teman. Hari ini gue lagi jalan-jalan di Kobe sama sahabat gue Kaede.
Hi!
And today we're gonna be making a video with her. And what we're gonna talk about today is how much does Kaede know about Islam after 3 years being friends with me. So, before we start, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaede. I met Za at university. We're in the same year.
Yes.
I am Japanese, but I lived in Singapore before I came to university.
So we've been friends since first year now. And now we're in our senior year. I feel like I can pop in a photo of us, the both of us, back when we were in first year. You're gonna be such a glow up since then to now. Now that we've been friends for 3 years, I feel like Kaede should probably know quite a bit about my lifestyle as a Muslim. But today we're not only going to ask her about what she knows, we're also going to ask her what she thinks about everything that I do and my lifestyle, basically. And this is to answer all of your concerns out there about what Japanese think about what it feels like to be Muslim in Japan. I hope that her answer can ease your worries more than mine anyway. Okay, so let's start. First question, what do you know about halal dietary requirements? And as a Muslim, what can I eat or cannot eat every time I go out?
So halal food is food that Muslim people can eat. And some of the things that I know you can't eat are food with alcohol or just alcohol in general. Also shortening, which is pretty common in snacks, especially in Japan. And pork.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. But other than that, I feel like if it's halal, you can eat, even meat.
Yeah.
Right?
So what does that mean? If I go out to like this random restaurant and they have food that has chicken or beef, can I eat that?
No.
Why not?
Because you don't know if this is halal or not.
The meat itself. Yeah. Exactly. And what about like dessert? You've mentioned shortening. There's another thing that I always ask. Can you
Gelatin.
Yeah, exactly. Why is that?
Oh my god, I don't know.
It's just fat. Animal fat.
Oh,
That's why I
right,
can't do
animal
it.
fat, okay.
So gelatin is usually in jellies. Oh, there's another thing that's bimyo. Can you remember what it is? It has the milk kanji in it.
Oh, new seihin. Wait, no.
New kazai.
Oh, new kazai.
Yeah, so new kazai I can do too. And that's always the most bimyo in food. Because sometimes new kazai are dobutseihin.
Oh, and some of them are daisuke or something.
Yeah,
Soy.
some things are some of them are daisy, so I can do that. But some of them are animal based, so I can't do. That's what it is. So what do you think about that?
I think back to the time when you visited London.
Yeah.
And you told me that one of your favorite things about London was that you can go into a restaurant and you wouldn't have to worry, whether you can eat the meat there or not.
Yeah.
And so, for me at least, I wish that Japan was more like that. And I understand that it's not to the standard of Singapore, Indonesia, or London because of obviously the population.
Yeah.
But I think in the future, as more Muslim people, decide to live in this country, I would hope that the country kind of, adjusts to the population's needs. So.
Yeah, and it's starting to, especially in Tokyo. So it just needs to come to this side of the Japan.
Yes.
Yay!
Come on, Kobe.
Kobe. Second question: what do you know about Ramadan? And what do I celebrate at the end of Ramadan?
So what I know about Ramadan is that during that period of time, a few weeks,
A whole month.
you are fasting, and then at the end you celebrate Eid. Yeah.
So how long do I fast in a day?
Whilst the sun is out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the end you what was it? You usually have like a big
Meal.
meal. with a lot of people and they bring in food. What was that called?
Iftar.
Oh, iftar, yeah.
Yeah, so we do that, and on campus we usually do it in the prayer room, and I've invited you guys once to come, and I wish we could do that this year too. Does Ramadan, the period itself, changes every year, or is it always the same month?
Changes every year.
Yeah. During that period, are there times where I'm exempted from fasting? And if there is, then why?
Yes, there is, and that is when you are on your period. Then you wouldn't fast or pray.
Or pray, exactly. What do you think about the whole like fasting culture? Have you ever thought that that's too like, ooh, that sounds extreme?
I mean, at first, because I love food, and I can't imagine not eating food for such a long period of time during the day. But I actually really love the idea of iftar, and when I went and you invited us to it, I thought it was really fun, and I loved the sense of community that you kind of have when you eat the meal together, and it's a really big meal and it's really delicious. So in that way, I thought, oh, this isn't so bad after all. I feel like because you're not alone and you're not alone, I would say that it's a really nice way to celebrate Eid. Yeah.
And you've tried fasting before too. What do you think? How did you feel?
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay because it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Obviously, you were in class with me, so we had class all day together. So we were kind of sharing that experience together, and there was
another one,
who was doing it. So
yeah, during Ramadan, I try to make them fast with me at least once.
I like it.
So I'm not alone.
I think it's a really great experience.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're okay. It's not gonna come here. Kaede hate bird. Yeah.
I tried to keep my calm, but I couldn't.
Okay, the third thing is something that you're probably more familiar with because you lived in Singapore, and you've probably seen a lot of people in Singapore wear this. It's about the hijab. What do you know about it? Why do you think I wear it? And what do you personally think about people who wear the hijab?
Okay, so the reason why you wear it is because, one, it's written in the scripture, but it's also a personal choice. And third, what I know about it is that you wear it in front of men who are not your family.
Yeah, basically. So do I wear it at home and do I wear it to the shower?
No. No.
And there's also this misconception, or people who don't know enough about it thinking that they are oppressed by the men in the family to wear it. Do you think that's the case for a lot of people?
No, I don't think that's the case. I'm not sure about everybody.
Yeah.
But I know for you, that's definitely not the case. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you personally think about it?
The thing is that because, as she mentioned, I lived in Singapore since I was pretty young, like 11 years old. So I don't even remember the first time that I saw somebody with a hijab and thought of anything of it. And I just don't have that memory. So for me, at least, it's completely normal. However, the difference between being in Singapore and being in Japan is that when I see somebody wearing a hijab in Japan, I would be a little bit more surprised, or I would think, oh, maybe Za knows this person or something like that. I don't know.
It's like I know every Muslim living in Japan.
'Cause she knows a lot of people, and there's a huge, community here. So that's kind of what I would think. But obviously, if I was in Singapore, I would never think that because there were so many people wearing, a hijab.
Let's say other Japanese though, because you've had this experience, and your sisters also have this experience, but with other Japanese that you've met in your club or your other circle outside of us, what do you think they would likely think about the hijab?
I would think they would probably think of it as kind of a symbol of the religion. So I think that would be their first impression. But another thing is that I don't think that they're knowledgeable enough of why you wear it and the kind of the history or anything about it. So I feel like they would have more questions about it.
But would they be friends with me?
I would hope so, yes. Because I think that's kind of, it depends on who they are as a person.
Yeah.
Because, you become friends with somebody because who they are and, because of their heart and their mind and who they are on the inside, not what they look like or anything like that. So
Preach.
So I would say, I would hope that people around us would be friends with me.
Okay, and this is the last thing, and this is something that you've probably gotten more familiar with as we became friends, but on the topic of praying, like, what do you know about it? How many times do I do it in a day? And if you know, what time do I usually do it?
Okay.
Where do I do it on campus? And what do you just personally think about that?
Okay. So what I know about it is that you pray 5 times a day. And women and men pray in different locations.
Mm-hmm. There's like section for specific, yeah.
And that you usually bring your mat.
I usually bring my prayer mat when I go out, yeah.
Oh, and then you have to also look in a certain direction when you pray.
Which is, do you know where?
Oh, I don't know where.
It's the Mecca.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah. Mecca.
What time do you usually do it?
Oh, I know that you pray like around 5 a.m.
Okay.
I mean, before people usually wake up.
Yeah. Before sunrise.
Before sunrise. Okay, before sunrise. Right before sunset.
During sunset.
Oh, during sunset.
I think.
Around lunch.
Sometime around lunch, yeah.
What else? 5? So I guess in between.
In between what?
Sunrise, sunset, lunch.
So, sunrise.
Yeah.
One time in the afternoon.
Okay.
And then 2 times in the afternoon.
2 times
usually.
Okay.
And then sunset.
Yeah.
1 time at night after sunset.
Oh, okay.
So that's the easiest way to remember it, I suppose.
Okay.
So usually when I'm on campus, I pray how many times that you know it?
3 times. No, 2 times?
2 to 3.
2 to
Depends
3.
on what time I go home from the library.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so where do I usually pray on campus?
On campus, either in the classroom or the prayer room.
Uh-huh. And when we go out, where do I usually pray?
We usually find malls and, I guess malls where they have prayer rooms. Or in clothing stores where they have, what are they called?
The fitting room.
Yeah, the fitting rooms.
Or sometimes just a station.
Like in a corner.
Yeah, you just find a corner and you gotta do it. And so you see me do that every single time. What do you personally think about that? Especially when we have to do it in public and you're just standing on guard waiting for me to finish while I do it.
When we're in a prayer room, I feel that that's the best location because then you're not bothered by any like sounds, people, going by, music. Yeah. And I like that the floor is clean, you know? You don't want, I don't know. I feel bad when you have to pray like at a station, you know? I also, when malls have those prayer rooms, I find that I don't know, I feel like I like those malls better for some reason. I'm like biased or something, but I think, oh, that's really nice. But I think you can usually find those in like touristy areas, right? And thankfully, I guess Osaka is a very, very touristy place, so you can find more of those, I guess. Actually,
do you remember the first time I had to pray in front of you? Do you remember when that was? No, see?
Maybe
I just do it so often. I just do it so often in front of them. No, I think it was in the dorm. The first time that we wanted to hang out, you were gonna stay over. And
you
right
woke
before
up.
No. Right before we left, I had to pray first.
Oh.
And so you were just sitting there on my bed and I did it. And I think that was the first time. And I remember asking you, have you ever seen a Muslim person pray before? And you were like, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess this is your first experience.
Yeah.
And that was when it happened. And then after that, I just regularly do it in front of you guys all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was surprised that she can do it in front of people who are not Muslim or like just people who are not praying, you know?
Uh-huh.
And that I was surprised that you didn't need to have like that secluded like I don't know, environment in a sense to pray and to concentrate, but yeah, now I'm very much used to it. Yeah.
I can just even like do it right here
and
she'll be like,
I'll just be like, yeah,
my friend.
That's my friend.
We're gonna move this into a pop quiz with Kaede about Islam, and this is just anything that comes up in my mind.
Okay.
Can I marry a non-Muslim?
No.
Okay. What is the religious scripture that we read?
The Quran.
Yeah, there you know about it. Okay, where do I go for pilgrimage? The country.
Oh my god, I'm blanking on Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Is there a mosque in Osaka that I can go to?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There are two, I think.
Oh, okay.
Is there a mosque in Kobe?
Yes.
Yes, that's a huge one.
Yeah.
Where can I get halal food ingredients for cooking?
Ingredients?
Yeah.
The market that you go to, the
Yeah.
Asian halal mart.
Was the other one that's in all of Japan? I think you know this. I think you've been here with your mom before. Gyomusupa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where I usually get halal food.
Oh yeah, because Gyomusupa usually has a lot of things from foreign countries.
Yeah. And I don't know where you got the tobacco sauce that you got one time. The one with the halal.
Oh, I think that's Gyomu.
Yeah. Is there a halal menu in our campus cafeteria?
Yes.
Yes.
I know the country with the most amount of Muslim people.
Yeah, where is that?
Indonesia.
Good job. I feel like a lot of people assume that it's the Middle East.
Oh, right. But it's Indonesia.
It's Indonesia. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming into my channel
Thank you for having me.
and talking with me and sharing with everyone your personal experience, just learning about the Islamic lifestyle through your friendship with me. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say for everyone out there who wants to come study in Japan but they're worried that they're going to face discrimination or prejudice because of their religion?
Well, first I want to say thank you to Za because she teaches me about the religion and her, customs and lifestyles that I don't, practice, I guess, on a daily basis. And I'm so glad that I can learn a lot from her and know more about the world through her. And second, to anybody who is, afraid or worried to come to Japan, I always say do things that make you feel scared. Just do it. Yeah, because you never know what's out there and what you may experience. And I would say, obviously I can't really speak for you, but I would say this country is not as bad as you might think.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. And I think people are willing to learn. And so if you kind of can go past the fact that people don't know much about the religion at first and try to kind of teach them as you become friends with them.
And I feel like the best way to do that is to just live your life. Because I feel like the way that people understand Muslim the most is by looking at Muslims. They're not gonna suddenly pick up a book and read about it. If you're lucky, they probably would, or they're probably gonna go watch a TED Talk video about it or something. But chances are they're probably just gonna see you. And so, to me, I always feel like I carry this responsibility of showing the best that I can about the religion within my capabilities, but also because I'm a human, I have a lot of flaws, and that's just something that I constantly have to improve every single day.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I see Japanese through you,
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I have such a positive idea about Japanese, just because you're just a great person.
So, I think with any human interaction, it's about who you are as a person and who that person is as a person. So, don't be afraid about that. And I guess, in a sense, I can also speak from experience where, I've also lived abroad, where I'm not really from. And I've met people from different religions and different cultures. And I think, as she said, you kind of become an ambassador of your own country, right, within your friend group. So then know more about yourself, so that you can share more about yourself to others.
Yes.
Come to Japan, try it out, and see how you feel.
Go out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, and I hope that you meet wonderful people.
Yes. And that's it for our video today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again on our next video. If you want her to show up more on my video, make sure to click the like button on this channel, and hopefully I can get her to come in again.
Yeah.
Assalamu'alaikum.